Jean Cherry of the Dalles, Oregon, is something most people are not. She's a pig lover. From the moment Jean met Wilma, the pot-bellied pig, the porcine pet stole Jean's heart.
Biomedical testing was extensive on Plum Bob. The major portion of the experimentation was devoted to furnishing information on the effects of nuclear weapons on a large biological specimen, the pig.
I came home for lunch and I noticed that I could see steam coming off of my neighbor's house, but I just thought it was because of the rain.
Early in the Plum Bob operation, 135 pigs in aluminum containers for protection against blast and thermal were exposed to the Franklin shot to determine the effects of combined neutron and gamma radiation and straight gamma.
Lisa Renard, Jeff Renard's wife.
All right, Lisa, okay, calm down a minute. Do you think there's anyone in the house?
Made it necessary to repeat the experiment on Shot Wilson.
Not home, they're both at work, but they do have a pot-bellied pig in the house.
They're not home,
No.
but there's a pot-bellied pig inside.
Yes.
Wilson's higher than expected yield, along with a neutron line not shielded as well as Franklin's line, gave the pigs a greater radiation dose than desired.
Being dispatched, and there was a pot-bellied pig trapped inside. I didn't know what the fire was like, but I felt that if I could get there in time, that maybe we could get the pig out.
With only 2 animals living beyond the 30-day observation period,
I'm telling myself that it's not good. You can't just not use your head and run down there into a burning home just to save an animal, but my mind was telling me one thing and my heart was telling me the other.
the relative biological effectiveness of neutrons was not obtained. On DOD shot Priscilla, 710 pigs were stationed at overpressure ranges of 10 to 1.4 psi in an arrangement to obtain a wide selection of combinations of radiation, thermal, and mechanical injury effects. The 4 midline stations were glass-fronted to serve as missile sources to obtain wounds for medical and surgical treatment evaluation.
Wilma the pig scream.
Everybody stay here.
It was almost human.
Hearing the pigs squealing in there in distress, I couldn't have stood by and just, let the pig die.
After the fury of the Priscilla burst had spent itself, a round-the-clock operation was set in motion, beginning with biomedical teams hurrying in to recover the animals.
She was breathing, but it was very faint. So I just cupped my hands around her snout and was taking deep breaths and blowing them into her snout.
Group exposed within the precursor range, the primary cause of death was mechanical injury to the organisms due to translation. The mortality rate, nearly 100%, can be applied to man. Outside the precursor, those animals in the open which escaped total missile injury survived temporarily until the massive radiation they received took its fatal toll.
I pulled up, and I just bailed out of the car, and of course the firemen were yelling at me. And that's when Lisa yelled at me and said, I have Wilma over here. And then it didn't matter.
A number of survivors with the desired thoracic and abdominal wounds, evaluation of the medical and surgical treatment phase of the experiment did not produce conclusive results.
It was only things, and things can be replaced.
There weren't any humans in the house, but Wilma's almost human. To the Cherries, she was more than just an animal. She had become a part of the family.
I just love her.